Hello everyone, welcome to my class. My name's Lizzie and today's class is going to be a gentle / beginners class, so suitable for all abilities, so hopefully everyone can get involved. Before we get started, just a little reminder, I'm not liable for you as this is an online class. So as you practice, really listen to your body, listen to what doesn't feel right, listen to what does feel right, and if you've been recommended by your doctor not to practice yoga, then obviously don't practice yoga. Okay, so if you're all ready, let's just begin by seated in Sukhasana, which is easy pose. So crossing the legs if that's comfortable for you. If you find it difficult being sat cross-legged, you can just stretch your legs out or just take a bend to the knees. Keep the spine straight, roll the shoulders back and down, gently tuck the chin in. And then if it's comfortable for you to do so, gently close the eyes. And let's just begin by arriving in the space here and now, leaving any worries, concerns, plans, lists at the door for this session, this practice. And bring your awareness now to your body and just taking the moment to observe how you're feeling today. How's the mind feeling? How is the body feeling? Maybe you're feeling relatively calm and relaxed, or perhaps there's some tension, uneasiness in the body. And if there is, that is absolutely fine. We feel different every day. But just be aware that if there is tension in your body or in your mind, that may affect your practice a little bit, but hopefully today's practice will ease out that tension through a little bit of breath work, some asanas and relaxation. So just taking a scan from the head all the way down to your feet and back up again, observing for any tension, noting where the tension is. See if you can breathe into that tension and breathe out the tension. Breathe into the tension and breathe out the tension. And then bring your awareness now to the natural rhythm and the quality of your breath as it is here and now in this moment. And as you begin to take note of your breath, the body becomes more still, and hopefully the mind becomes more still. And I'd like you to set an intention or an affirmation for today, centering around gratitude. So in your mind's eye, repeat 3 times 3 things that you are grateful for today. And it is the gratitude that we practice on a daily basis that helps to change our mindset and place us in a more positive space. Coming back to observing the natural rhythm of your breath. Drawing your attention to inhaling and exhaling in and out of the nose. And I'd like you to take note of where you really notice your breath. Do you notice it in your nostrils, in your throat, in your chest, or in your belly? And wherever you notice it, that is absolutely fine. And then now bring your awareness to your belly, maybe placing your hands on your belly. And as you inhale, you notice the belly move out and the lower back contract. And then as you exhale, that belly relaxes and draws in and the lower back relaxes. As you inhale, the belly draws out. As you exhale, the belly draws in. As you inhale, the belly moves out. As you exhale, the belly draws in. And just continue to observe that on your own for a few moments here and now. Coming back to normal rhythmic breathing, just observing how you feel, noticing your sitting bones against the ground, your feet against the ground. And let's add some counting breaths. So I'd like you to inhale for 4 seconds. So inhale, count for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then exhale for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. And just continue that on your own for a few moments. And see if you can add a pause in between the inhale and the exhale. Maybe pausing for 2. So inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause 1, 2. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. And continue on. And if your thoughts are wandering, come back to the breath. You can imagine that your thoughts are like clouds in a deep blue sky. Let the thoughts float away. Let the clouds float away. And then gently come back to normal rhythmic breathing here and now. Observing how you feel. And then gently open the eyes. And let's begin by lying on our backs on the mat. Let's do some warm-ups. So lying on your back, taking an inhalation, raise your left leg up. And then just begin by rotating your left ankle, just breathing in and out normally through the nose. And just rotate that maybe 5 times in one direction. And then 5 times in the opposite direction. Just breathing normally. And then release. And then place your hand around your left calf and just see how far you can bring that leg towards your body, and see if you can keep that left leg straight as well. So if you can only come up a little bit, that's fine, and then see if you can flex that left foot as well. Breathe, and then very gently exhale, release that left leg down. Inhale, raise the right leg, and let's just begin by rotating the right ankle. So in one direction about 5 times, then in the opposite direction, breathing in and out through the nose, releasing, placing your hands around your calf, or if that's too far up for you, you can just place your hand around your right hamstring, whatever feels most comfortable for you. And see how close you can draw that leg, keeping it straight towards your torso. And breathe in and out through the nose. And then very gently exhale, releasing the leg down. Inhale, draw the left knee towards the chest. And as you draw that left knee towards the chest, notice any sensations that appear in your left hip. And then bring your forehead, inhale towards the left knee. And then exhale, lower the head back down again. And then straighten up that left leg. Inhale, draw the right knee towards the chest. Again, observing any sensations created in the right hip. So we're working on that sort of right hip area now. And you may feel a little bit of tension here because we do tend to hold quite a lot of tension in the body. Inhale, draw your forehead towards your knee. Exhale, lower the head. So yeah, holding tension in the body, but especially in the hips, we tend to hold a lot of tension there. And then gently release that right leg down. Drawing the left knee up now. So your heel is not far from your buttock. Then place your right foot on your left knee. So we're just coming into a supine pigeon pose again, just doing a little bit more work on the hip area. So interlocking your hands around your left thigh, draw the left knee in towards you now, and then keep that left foot flexed. Keeping your shoulders against the ground, keep breathing normally. And you're going to notice a heated sensation now on that right hip area now, working on the right hip flexors. Keep breathing. And then very gently release, lower that left leg to the ground, and then drop the right foot onto the ground, placing the left foot now on the right knee. Interlocking your hands around the right thigh, drawing that right leg in towards you, the right knee in towards you. And the closer you draw that leg towards you, the deeper the stretch you're going to feel in that left hip. And then keeping that right foot flexed as well, keeping the shoulders back on the ground, looking straight up if that's comfortable. Breathe. And then very gently release, letting everything go. Placing your arms out to the sides now with your palms facing up. Bringing your heels towards your buttocks. We're just going to move towards a gentle supine twist. Working on the spine now. So exhale, drop the knees to the right. Bring your gaze over to the left. Keep breathing. Inhale back to center. Exhale, drop your knees to the left. And your gaze over to the right. So you're going to be feeling a deep sort of twist in the spine here, but also deep stretch in the right hand side of the body. Inhale back to center. Exhale, drop the knees to the right, bring your gaze over to the left. So now you're going to be feeling a good stretch now in the left hand side of the body, so in the obliques, but also around the hip area too. Inhale back to center, and then draw the knees in towards the chest. Inhale, knees towards the chest, head towards the knees. Exhale, release. Then come onto your knees if that's comfortable to do so. So for anyone that has any sort of knee problems, if you've got any blankets available to you, you may just wish to place the blankets underneath your knees. Placing your hands directly below your shoulders, really spreading the weight into your fingers and into the fingertips. Imagine you've got a bit of suction going on between your palms, and the mat. Then bringing your knees directly below your hips, hip distance apart. We're going to move into a nice little cat-cow sequence. So in cow, we tilt the head back, stick the bottom out, drop the belly, inhale. Exhale, tilt, draw the crown of the head towards the ground, draw the navel in, round that back into cat. Exhaling, keeping that navel tucked in. Inhale, drop the belly, tilt the head back, stick the bottom out into cow. Exhale into cat, drop the crown of the head, tuck the navel in, round the back. Inhale to cow, stick that bottom out. Exhale to cat, round the shoulders. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Just do a few more rounds on your own. And then come back to centre. And then from here, if you all feel comfortable doing a downward dog, if you don't, you can stay in tabletop. But if you want to come into downward dog, place your hands at the front of the mat. Hands are shoulder distance apart, bringing your weight into the fingertips. Then bring your weight now into your tippy toes. Exhale and then begin to lift the knees off the ground. As you lift the knees off the ground, then begin to push the heels back, and just bring the heels back as far as is comfortable. Your feet should be hip distance apart. Okay, push those thighs and those hips up and back. So you imagine you're really pushing the mat away from your hands. Then inhale, raise that right leg. If you're in tabletop, see if you can bring your right foot in between your hands, dropping your left knee to the ground, coming into low lunge Anjanasana. So in low lunge, we're just looking straight ahead. So you're in low lunge, you're looking straight ahead. You can either bring your weight onto your fingertips or onto your hands, and you're pushing those hips down and forward, but also creating a sense of buoyancy at the same time. And your left foot can be either flat or the weight can be in the tippy toes. Keep breathing. And then exhale, bring the right foot to meet the left foot back into a downward dog. And maybe just pedal those legs out, feeling that stretch in the calves, feeling the stretch in the hamstrings. Inhale, raise the left leg. If you're either in downward dog or in tabletop, then bring that left foot in between your hands, closest to the left hand, and then drop the right knee to the ground into a low lunge. And again, bringing your weight either into your tippy toes or bringing the top of the foot flat to the ground. So again, imagine you've got a sense of buoyancy in between the hips, the pelvis, but you're also pushing those hips forward at the same time, so you're getting that stretch in the hip flexors. Keep looking straight ahead. Then very slowly, exhale, bring your weight onto your tippy toes of your back foot, and then see if you can bring that back foot to meet the front foot in a forward fold. Exhale. Just gently soften the knees, bring a good bend to the knees as well. Let the head dangle and just see where your hands can come to, anywhere that's comfortable. Just letting this moment to relax the nervous system, creating a bend in the knees as well. Create space in the lower spine, preventing from compression. Just breathe. And then very slowly, one vertebrae by vertebrae at a time. Inhale, come up. The head, the last to come up. And if you want to gently roll those shoulders, feel free to roll the shoulders. And then roll them in the opposite direction. Okay. Now come to standing at the front of your mat. One foot from the front of the mat with the feet together to begin with. Starting in our starting stance, Tadasana. Shoulders are rolled back and down, tailbone is tucked in. Hands can either be, palms can be facing the front or they can be in your thighs. And just ever so slightly to tuck that chin in, looking straight ahead. Breathe. And then inhale, circle, sweep the arms up. Bring the palms together overhead. And your arms are in line with your ears. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Inhale, circle, sweep the arms up. Exhale, bring the palms to heart center. Inhale, circle, sweep the arms up. Exhale, bring the palms to heart center. One more time. Inhale, circle, sweep the arms up. Exhale, bring the palms to heart center. And then from here, whilst you're still stood at the front of the mat, step your right foot back about 4 feet. So you can either have your heels aligned, or if you notice now, so your left foot is going to be at 12 o'clock, your right foot is going to be at either 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, and the heel could be aligned, but if you're finding that you're quite unsteady, just widen the stance by slightly moving your left foot towards the left hand side of the mat. So you've got a wider stance, and then you'll notice that you've got a little bit more balance there. Keeping that tailbone tucked in, drawing the hips up. Inhale, raise the arms. So you can either bring the palms together or the arms can be just out, sort of in line with the ears. Exhale, bring a right angle now into that left leg. So really rooting down through your feet. So noticing where the weight is in your feet. So really pushing that back leg into the mat, engaging the legs. So all the muscles are strong and active and engaged, activated. Making sure your left kneecap is just to the left of your left big toe. Keep breathing. Breathe, you're doing really well. And imagine you've got a stretch in the side body as well. So really working on the hips here, we're working on the legs, we're working on the arms. And exhale, release those arms. And then bring the right foot to meet the left foot at the front of the mat. Then step the left foot back about 4 feet. And again, just checking your stance. So you may wish to take a slightly wider stance. The hips are square, tucking that tailbone in. And then exhale, bring a right angle now into that right leg. And just make sure that the right kneecap and the right ankle are in line. Hips are square on. Breathe. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, keep breathing. And if you want more of a challenge, you can walk that right foot forward a bit. So the more parallel your thigh is with the mat, the deeper the stretch. But you just want to make sure you're grounding down through both feet. Really pressing down into the heels and into the balls of the feet. Keep breathing. And then exhale, lower the arms. And then bring the left foot to meet the right foot at the front of the mat. And then from here, stepping, keeping your feet together at the front of the mat. Step the right foot back about 5 feet now. So keeping the heels aligned, your right foot is going to be at 3 o'clock. Your left foot is going to be at 12 o'clock. Keeping a tiny little micro bend in that front leg for the moment. Keeping that tailbone tucked in, taking an inhalation, raising the arms so they're in line with the shoulders. Imagine you've got like an invisible force pushing up and down on the arms, strong arms, the chest is really open. So your chest is facing the right hand side of the room, but the hips aren't completely square on. You are turning in that right hip slightly. Keep breathing. Really grounding down through those feet as well. Bring your gaze to your middle left finger. And if you want to look at the back arm and the front arm just to check they're in line. And then exhale, bring a right angle now into that left leg. And again, you want to make sure that your kneecap and the ankle are roughly in line. And again, the more parallel that leg is with the mat, the deeper the stretch. So this is all about giving you different options that you can work with. Breathe. And as you really breathe into the pose, take yourself back to those 3 things you're grateful for today, reminding yourself of that gratitude and that positivity that flows through our lives, that positive energy. Exhale, gently release, straighten that left leg. Then pivot on the left foot. So turn your left foot in towards the right. So your left foot now is going to be at 9 o'clock and your right foot is now going to be at 12 o'clock. Again, keeping that tailbone tucked in, rolling those shoulders back and down, the chest is open. Inhale, raising the arms so they're in line with the shoulders. And as you just saw, I just slid my right foot forward a little bit. So you just want to make sure you've got quite a wide stance in Warrior 2. So in Warrior 2, making sure the heels are roughly aligned as well, keeping that tailbone tucked in, slightly turning in that left hip, the chest is open. Inhale, raise the arms, then exhale, bring a right angle now into that right leg. And then just check to see that the right kneecap is just to the right of the left big toe. Keep breathing. Bringing your gaze now to the right middle finger. Just glance back to the back arm and then the front arm just to check they are aligned. Breathe. Doing really well, guys. And again, just reminding yourselves of those 3 things you're grateful for today. I am grateful for. Exhale, release the arms, and then turn that right foot in, and then just toe heel the feet in. Maybe just giving those legs a little bit of a shake as well. Okay. So again, if you're standing at the front of your mat, we're just going to practice a little balancing pose. I've got several options for you here that you can work with. So begin by grounding down through the left leg. So bringing a little micro bend now into that left knee. And then for a moment, you may wish to place your left hand on your left hip. Sometimes this can help with stabilization and balance. So you're going to inhale. Option 1, you can place your right heel on your left, just above your left ankle. That's option 1. Option 2, place your right foot on your calf. Breathe. So the aim here is to keep those hips square as well. Option 2. Option 3, you may wish to place your right foot on your left thigh. So wherever you are, just go with what feels good for you, and then bring your hands to heart center and breathe. So you may just be here, you may be at the calf, or you may be further up. Wherever you are, that's absolutely fine. Keep breathing. Find a point to focus on in the distance, really grounding down through that left leg, grounding down through the toes, the balls of the feet, the heel, and bringing your arms out to the sides. Imagine you're a tree blowing in the wind, bringing your arms overhead. Inhale. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Then very gently release, let go, and give that left leg a little bit of a shake. Then really grounding down now through that right foot, bringing a micro bend into that right knee. And again, squaring off the hips, looking straight ahead. I like to place my hands on my hips just to begin with, bringing your left heel just above your right ankle, option 1. Option 2, bringing it onto the calf. Option 3, bringing it onto the thigh. So go with whatever feels good for you. Breathe and then bring your hands to heart center. Inhale and find a point to focus on. Breathe. Notice all the tiny little movements your foot is having to make. Really strengthening our legs here and our feet. Focusing on balance. Develops concentration. Inhale, bring the arms out to the sides. Imagine you're a tree blowing in the wind. Inhale, bring the arms overhead. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center and then very gently release that left leg and then shake out the right leg. And then just come to resting in child's pose for a moment. Fold forward and exhale. So you may wish to take a wide-legged child's pose, or the knees can come in. Keep that belly tucked in as you fold forward. Exhale. Bring your arms to your sides, or you can have your arms stretched out in front of you. I've got a little bit of an achy shoulder at the moment, so I'm just going to have my arms by my sides. And just in this moment now, just breathe in and out through the nose. And just take this time to observe the body, any tension in the body. Observe the mind, is there any tension in the mind? Observing the breath, is there any tension in the breath? And just come back to focusing on your inhalations and exhalations here and now in this present moment. Breathe, and if your thoughts wander, just come back to the breath. Inhale, come up to center. Exhale, release. Okay, so if anyone has a block handy with them, which I forgot to mention at the start, you may wish to use a block. We're going to begin in Dandasana staff pose. So you've got the option to sit on the block just underneath your sitting bones. Stretch your legs out. Actively engage those legs. And the purpose of the block is that it sort of tilts your pelvis forward slightly. So if you're like me and you have slightly rounded shoulders, it just means that you can keep your spine a little bit more straight. Actively engage those legs. Place your hands just at the side. Look straight ahead and breathe. Dandasana staff pose. Breathe in and out through the nose. Inhale, raise the arms. So they're in line with the ears, and then exhale. Fold forward, keeping that belly tucked in, and you try and keep your spine straight. So you may only come to about here. Your palms on your shins, keeping that spine straight. Or you may have your hands around the sides of your feet or on your toes. But keep that spine straight if you can. Breathe. So you're going to be feeling a good stretch in the hamstrings here, but also in the calf. You're going to feel it in different places dependent on your body. Everyone's body is different. We're all built differently. Nobody is the same. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, lower the arms back down. Come off the block. And then from here, bring your left foot onto your right thigh and just see how far you can drop that left knee down. If it's quite high, just place the block underneath that knee. Keeping the spine straight. Take a tiny little micro twist so that your torso is in line with your right leg. Actively engage the right foot. Inhale, raise the arms, they're in line with the ears. Exhale, fold forward. And then just see how far you can bring your palms. Your hands will either come to the sides of your calves, or you can take hold of your right foot, and just see how far you can bring your head down. Exhale as you come down. So we're working on a deep stretch on the hamstring here, working on stretching the shoulders too, and the upper back, and on the spine. Breathe. And then inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, release the arms. Now stretch out that left leg and bring the right foot in towards your left thigh. Again, just seeing how far you can bring down that right knee. Keeping the spine straight, taking a tiny little micro twist so your torso is facing that left leg. Actively engage the left foot. So you're drawing the toes towards you. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, fold forward. Either bringing the hands here. So you may only just come to here. That's fine. Or if you're super flexible, you may be able to bring your head towards your knee. Keep that belly tucked in as well. Draw that navel in. Breathe. Getting a nice stretch on the shoulders and the back here, and the hamstring and the legs. Breathe. And then inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, release the arms down. Now drawing the soles of your feet together. Wrapping your hands around your feet. Moving into Baddha Konasana. Grounding down through those sitting bones. Keep the spine straight. And just begin by butterflying those legs out. Breathe. And then exhale, fold forward. And see how far you can come. And you can round the spine here this time. Just getting a nice stretch on the hips here. Breathe. Inhale, raise the head. Exhale, release. Come to lying on your belly in Sphinx pose. So bringing your elbows directly below your shoulders, your forearms are flat, your hands are flat, and then just widen your legs as well, so they're sort of on the edges of the mat, looking straight ahead. So we've got a nice little back bend here, Sphinx pose. Breathe. And then you may wish to draw the right leg in towards your buttocks, looking over your right shoulder. Exhale. Release, let go. Breathe in. Exhale, look over the right shoulder, look over, then bring that left foot towards your buttocks. Breathe. Release. Keep breathing. And then gently let go. Come to lying on your back. Final pose. Bringing your heels in towards your buttocks. Lying on your back. Now I'd like you to make sure that your legs are sort of parallel. Feet are facing the front of the mat or the back of the mat, whichever way you're lying on your mat. Exhale, then begin to lift the pelvis up. So you may wish to bring your hands underneath the pelvis, balancing on your elbows like so, or you can interlock your hands underneath you, pressing down into the mat, lifting those hips up high as far as you can. Keep breathing, squeezing the glutes, keeping those legs parallel. And then very gently release, let go, one vertebrae by vertebrae at a time. And then draw the knees in towards your chest. Inhale, bring the forehead towards your knees. Exhale, release, gently rolling from side to side, massaging the lower back, releasing any tension in the body. And then from here you can just gently let the legs drop down, coming into Shavasana, the final resting pose of the class. Let the feet flop out, arms facing, hands facing up, arms at your sides, gently tucking the chin in. And if it's comfortable for you to do so, just gently closing the eyes. And again, reminding yourself of the external environment outside of the body and in any external sensations that may be going on. Sounds, smell, temperature, and just observing how you interact with those compared to the start. And then bring your awareness now to your body. And how does the body feel now compared to the start of the class? So taking a scan from the head all the way down and then back up again. Observing for any remaining tension. And if there is any remaining tension, inhale, let. Exhale, go. Inhale, let. Exhale, go. Inhale, let. Exhale, go. And if your thoughts are wandering already, come to observing that natural rhythmic breathing here and now, hopefully in its more relaxed, calm state. Focusing on the inhalations through the nose and the exhalations through the mouth, just normally, rhythmically. And the more you take note of your inhalations and exhalations, the breath begins to slow down. And as the breath begins to slow down, the nervous system slows down and the body becomes calmer. And as the body becomes calmer, the mind becomes calmer. So just taking this moment now to feel the weight of the body against the mat. As you feel the weight of the body against the mat, just notice if you're holding on to any more tension. Let go of the tension. And the body feels heavy to the point where it may feel as if it's starting to melt into the mat. The breath is deep, smooth, and continuous. No pauses, no jerks, no irregularities. And with the calmness and the stillness of the breath, you notice the stillness of the body and the stillness of the mind. Bringing your awareness back to your body, here and now. And taking a moment to thank yourself for this practice. And now, again, just reminding yourself of those 3 things you're grateful for today. Really focus them in your mind's eye and repeat them 3 times. Gently begin to wiggle fingers and toes. Rotating the wrists. Rotating the ankles. Stretching the arms overhead. Stretching the legs. And then maybe letting the head roll from side to side. Gently drawing the knees in towards the chest. Bringing the forehead towards the knees. Come down, maybe gently rolling from side to side. Rolling onto the right hand side now. Using your right arm as a pillow, lying in the recovery position. Gently pushing into the hand, the left hand to push yourself up. Come into a seated pose, keeping your eyes closed. Into Sukhasana, rolling the shoulders back and down, keeping that, gently tucking the chin in. Bringing the palms together, rubbing the hands, feeling warmth, feeling energy. Placing the hands over the face, feeling that warmth, feeling that energy. Opening your eyes, gazing into the stillness, gazing into darkness, gazing into peace. Bringing your hands to heart center. Just taking a moment. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me today. I hope you enjoyed.